What if right now a screen appeared in front of you and it showed every decision you didn't make? Not your current life, not your memories, but every path you never took. The text you never sent, the job you never accepted, the person you never approached, the city you never moved to. Every choice you've ever made has closed thousands of other possibilities. But what if you could finally see them? Would you discover a better life? Or would you realize that your biggest regrets actually saved you? Because somewhere in the endless maze of possibilities, there might be a version of you living a completely different life. Imagine standing in front of this screen. You press play. The first life appears. It's you. But 10 years ago, you made a different choice. You accepted that job offer. You moved to a different city. You met different people. And suddenly you're watching an entirely different future unfold. Then another life appears. And another. And another. In one version, you're incredibly successful. In another, you're traveling the world. In another, you're married to someone you've never even met in this reality. At first, it would be impossible to look away. You'd finally get answers to all those questions that occasionally creep into your mind late at night. What if? What if I'd said yes? What if I'd stayed? What if I'd left? What if I'd tried? What if I'd taken the risk? For the first time, you'd know. But then something strange would happen. You'd stop looking at the lives that are different and start comparing them to your own. Think about this for a second. What's one decision you've made that completely changed your life? Maybe it was a relationship, a job, a move, or even a choice that seemed small at the time. Comment below. I'm curious how many people can point to a single moment that changed everything. Now imagine you've watched hundreds of alternate versions of your life. Some are better, some are worse. Some are almost identical. But then you notice something. Many of the lives you once dreamed about aren't actually happier. The relationship you regret losing, it eventually became toxic. The dream job you didn't get, it led to burnout. The business opportunity you missed, it collapsed a few years later. You begin to realize something profound. You only regret choices because you never saw the full story. Your imagination usually fills in the blanks with perfect endings. But reality doesn't work like that. Every path contains struggles. Every life contains loss. Every version of you carries different regrets. And suddenly, the question changes. Instead of asking, what if I'd made a different choice? You start asking, would I really want to trade my entire life for that one decision? Because changing one choice doesn't just change one moment. It changes everything. The people you meet, the opportunities you find, the lessons you learn, even the person you become. Maybe that's why we'll never get to see every decision we didn't make. Because if we could, we might spend our lives looking backwards instead of forwards. The truth is, every person watching this has a life they almost lived. A version of themselves that exists only in possibilities. But that person isn't real. You are. And the next decision you make could be the one that changes everything. Follow the Curiosity Vault for more mind-bending questions that stay with you long after the video ends. And before you go, if you could go back and change just one decision in your life, would you actually do it?